Hi, welcome to Bogey Wheels for our first video in like 6 months or something. I'm sorry, it's a busy world out there. I like sleds, I like going fast, I like winning races. I've got behind me the 800 Improver that I'm working on for drag racing right now. It's got a lot of work done to the motor. The next crucial step of getting some speed in is to lighten things up. So today we're going to look at shedding a couple pounds in a very snowcross racy kind of way. I'm going to take that stock fuel tank right behind me here, the one that carries fuel all the way from the back to the front, and replace it with this. Wow, don't trip over that. Okay, this is a race tank, and look at that, right down the very bottom you can tell, hey, she's hollow. Hey, she only carries fuel from here to here. You can put as much fuel as you need and probably shave a ton of weight just off the bat. And here's the thing, I gotta keep at least, I'm gonna guess 2 or 3 gallons in that at a race, just so the fuel, when it sloshes back and forth, it stays within the level of the pickup. Any less fuel than that, then I start sucking dry, and nobody wants that, right? With this, well, I could probably have less fuel to begin with. Not to mention, there's less plastic. And I'm going to show you something here. I hope I'm focusing all right on this. See that two different colors, 2 layers of fuel tank business going on in there? That, I can't recite the scriptures exactly of what regulation caused the change of that. That wasn't the case in from 2007 and prior. This is something new from 2008 and up. Back before that, it was just, you know, where you'd see this black layer here. That's all you'd have, and the fuel tanks were a lot lighter back then. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take off the stock fuel tank. We're gonna drain it. We're gonna weigh it. We're gonna see how much that weighs stock. Then we're gonna weigh this race tank, and we're going to see how much that weighs without touching it. Then we're going to touch it. We're going to touch it good. We're going to shave off whatever we can. We're going to take off layers of that extra plastic on there. This is not going on the trails. It doesn't need to meet any weird regulations or standards. I'm going to drill holes through this back bit or do whatever I need to. Probably shave some of that white stuff off. That's a thick enough layer. We don't need more of that. And see if that actually makes a noticeable difference in the weight. Every gram counts, right? If it means an inch extra at the finish line, that could be your winning inch, right, ladies? Well, anyways, let's start removing the original stock fuel tank, draining the fuel, and giving that a nice little weigh. See how that goes. Alright, so I got the stock fuel tank off. Wasn't too hard to get off. I only bled a little bit, and I barely even cried, so Mom, if you're watching this, it's getting better. Anyways, what I'm going to do now is let it drip dry overnight to make sure there's no fuel in it, as well as this shop of mine smells a lot like gasoline right now. I'm going to let everything air out, and in the magic of editing, we're going to be done and ready to weigh it in. It's tomorrow now, and I don't feel like I want to pass out from gasoline fumes in my shop, so let's go ahead and weigh our fuel tanks. So directly above my face and head is my little weigh scale here. Start with our stock tank. See what kind of weight it's putting on our sled here. Oh, it turned off. Reset. Good. Okay, it's gonna do its thing now. And it has beeped at 14.87 pounds. 14.87 pounds for the stock fuel tank. And mind you, yes, okay, there's probably a couple grams or hundredths of a pound added because there's a wrap still on it. I don't care. As well, there's the fuel level sensor in here. I'm not taking that out because the new tank does not have a fuel level sensor. So if you want a proper comparison, you got to do the with versus the without, because that's how it's going on the sled. Very good. Let's reset this. Now for the race tank. In my hands, Sorry, I should be facing you while I talk. In my hands, I'll be honest, I can't really feel a difference. Oh wow. 14.66 pounds. There's basically no difference. Did I just waste a whole bunch of money? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see what we can do to shed some weight off of this tank. Alright, so if you wake up in the morning and you're a human and you want to lose some weight, maybe start eating better, go to the gym, exercise, run a few laps. If you wake up and you're a fuel tank, you need a belt sander. Okay, this is not a very clean process. It's the middle of the night right now. I think I might have to reconvene again when I can do this outside during the day and not wake up the neighborhood. I would snap my fingers again and do the whole time shift thing, but let's just cut to it. That's about as far as I want to go with drilling holes and shaving off this fuel tank. I decided to stop after the whole drilling portion of it. I drilled some 51 mils and then a couple other smaller ones off camera. I'm not going to go back to shaving off this black layer from the tank portion of my fuel tank because it made so much dust. It just made so much dust and such a mess. It ruined one of my jackets. That little plastic dust, it sticks right into the material and I just cannot get it out. So we're gonna stop right here. Let's weigh it. Let's see how much we shaved off of it. I know, of course, there's room for more improvement if I were to continue shaving away. Well, I think I'm pretty happy with what we have right now. Felix, I'm trying to talk right now, buddy. Okay, hanging it up. What do you want to say?
2020, that's the year.
Oh boy.
Done.
Let it zero in. Okay, here we go. Hooking her up. And of course, this has the extra little breather tube that you can add to the weight. 13.61, and I'll let you see that. As long as things hold on my scale. Long enough. 13.61 pounds. Safe to say we shaved effectively a pound. Let's call it a pound. You're watching Bogey Wheels.
Bogey wheels. Where are my hands? Where are my hands? Oh. He's unattaching the old fuel rope. Daddy had the fuel tank off. And I can show you some tools. A tool that's my favorite tool I like to look at. Oh, let me get it. What is?
Might have to lift that right there. There you go. That is an Allen key.
This is actually an Allen key.
Yeah, it can also be called a hex key.
It can also be called a hex key?
Because it's in the shape of a hexagon.
Lots of stuff here.
Yep.
And even frozen water bottles.
Frozen water bottles? Oh my kittens!